Well, guys, I mean, what a day. I mean, I think I'll get into it like after this video. I kind of, well, not after this video, but like when I'm leaving the gym, I want to talk about it more so, but just, I mean, what a shitty day for America, I guess, kind of sums it up a little bit. Very shitty day for America. I mean, Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at a rally. There was a shooting in a Colorado school. I mean, and then, yesterday I was seeing that shit about the girl just getting stabbed for absolutely no reason on the transport bus, and I'm just like, holy fuck, dude, like, what is going on, you know? I mean, first, we got some dude who keeps getting, like, let off easy by the criminal justice system. Then, you know, like, I think it was like 8 or so times, ends up stabbing this poor lady on a subway station. She was a, like, Ukrainian refugee. She came here, like, seeking, like, safety from, like, the war in her country. Just, you know, she was probably going to school or something and fucking just on her way home, maybe from school, maybe from a job, and she gets stabbed in the face or neck, I think, a couple times. And I mean, I seen the video, and in the video, like, I didn't even think she got stabbed at first until I read the comments. Like, I thought she just got hit. Like, I thought it was just some douchebag on the train that fucking punched her. And I'm like, oh man, that's fucked up. And then I'm looking at the comments, and they're like, R.I.P. this girl, R.I.P. this girl. And you can't see really in the video, but I guess she got stabbed. And I guess when you get stabbed, it's like the adrenaline rushes to you right away, and it doesn't feel like you got stabbed. It just feels like you got, like, punched almost. So she probably just thought she got punched in the neck, and then she went to feel her neck, and she, like, felt wet, you know, and she moved her hand, seen all the blood. And the other thing that pissed me off is there's all these people on the train, right? And these people on the train that watched it happen did absolutely fuck all. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, you know? I see that happen to a girl on a train station. The first thing I'm doing is I'm fucking tackling that dude, and I'm beating the absolute living fucking piss out of him, you know? Like, how are you as a citizen gonna watch someone do that to an innocent girl, you know? Just some innocent girl sitting there and not do shit. I don't care if this dude's fucking 300 pounds, would most likely more than not beat my fucking ass in a fight. I'm gonna stand the fuck up, and I'm gonna try my damn hardest to beat the fuck out of this dude. I mean, even if it's like, okay, girl's probably not gonna live, you know? Really sucks. It really does suck. And, you know, like, obviously, like, death is a part of life, you know? Everyone's born, they live their life, they contribute to society, and they die. But when people die in such shitty ways, it's like, it makes you kind of realize, like, how cruel the world could be. Like, Charlie Kirk, I was just like, the first thing I thought of when I seen, like, reports was like, dude, he's got a wife, he's got kids. I mean, like, first off, I don't think you should shoot anybody based off their political beliefs. I mean, I think shootings in general are just bad. I think guns should be used for, you know, self-defense. So the fact that somebody shot him because they didn't agree with his political beliefs is just crazy to me, you know? If he was, like, an extremist, he's, like, putting people in, like, prison encampments and stuff, I'm like, okay, I understand why. I'd be like, okay, I want to understand why people want to shoot him. But the fact that he just had a different belief set than other people, so someone decided, oh, I'm going to assassinate this dude, that's just crazy to me. You know, that's not okay at all. But we got to get into this leg day, so let's get into it, and we can converse more afterwards.
Ow.
Okay, 2 more sets, but I'm supposed to start on leg extensions, but it was taken, so I figured next best thing to start on was RDLs. Not really a fan of starting here, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, one more set. Then we'll do 3 sets of leg extensions, hack squats, leg presses, leg curls, adductors. Bam, bam. Okay, now I gotta do some leg extensions, but it's supposed to be more of a warm-up, so I probably won't record them. Oy. 2 more. I don't know what the deal is today, it's just not great. Okay, we can move on to 3 sets of leg press, and I don't know, I'm just like not feeling all that strong today. This has not been a great lift, but I think I'm also just pretty tired, a little wrung out, and that's kind of playing into effect. I think I just kind of am in good need of a rest day. Thought about taking it today, but I was like, no, I need to just go do it. if I'm messing with wearing the ankle socks, but 2 more sets. Weight feels great, so it's probably the best movement I've had all day. Fucking fun though. Okay. Whew. Wow. My quads feel pretty great. I think I'll probably do what I did previously last week, where I just did 3 sets of leg extensions, and then I did RDLs for 3 sets, and then hack squat and leg press, because I feel like not going hard on those leg extensions, just trying to warm up a little more, is making my quads, like, still a great workout for my quads, but could be more. Okay, gonna pick this up. Might have to do more RDLs if the leg curls don't open. Hoping they open though. While I wait though, I'll do adductors and calves. Not on film though. That was a terrible set. I'm gonna stick to 90, but I think I'm also just getting a little sick is the problem, which tells me I really need to try and get some sleep. Fuck, dude. Okay, one more set. I mean, I definitely got a pretty good pump going. I can feel it. But the lift just hasn't been too great per se, which it'll be like that sometimes, I guess. Come on. Not happy at all, but really just gotta start prioritizing sleep. I mean, I can't be disappointed in how shitty a lift is when the weekend before I'm getting shitty sleep, and then every night I'm going to bed late. It's like, what the fuck can you expect when you're not locking in on sleep? You can't go to bed at 10 every night, wake up at 5:30, expect for it to not affect you and your gains. Not the first place I would have picked, but nowhere else really available. It really doesn't look bad at all. My legs actually, I mean, great pump, but like statistically wise, not, I guess. I mean, hamstring's not looking bad at all. Actually looking quite good. Well guys, that makes me feel a heck of a lot more confident. I won't even lie, but let's get headed home. I think I just need some sleep, but like, I don't know. Like, felt pretty good most of the day, and just now it's like kind of starting to like kick me a little, and I'm just like kind of feel like shit, I guess. I don't even know. It kind of sucks. Like, my throat is starting to hurt a little bit. Like, I feel like I maybe got a cough coming or something, which sucks, but you know, at the end of the day, what are you to do about it, I guess? Yeah, I mean, wasn't the world's greatest lift. Like, statistically, like, my numbers were down on everything, so, you know, obviously I'm upset about that, but what are you gonna do about it, you know? It sucks, but nothing I can really do much about, I guess. But great pump nonetheless, so that's always a good sign. As long as there's growth, I'm happy, and I definitely still notice growth. So, but going back to kind of all the shit going on right now, I just like, it's just like on my conscience, I'm just like, I feel really bad for Charlie Kirk's family. Like, obviously, no matter like what your political opinions are, it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, that's what our like country is founded on, is everyone, you know, we're one of the few countries in the world where everyone's allowed to have their own opinion and their own voice. And so, like, even if, you know, I'd feel bad, you know, obviously I'm a little more right-leaning. We can get that out of the way. I'm from Wyoming. I mean, yeah, I'm a little more right-leaning, you know? And it's just like, even if the same thing happened to someone who was, you know, one of those, someone like Charlie Kirk on the left, I guess. If that happened to one of them, I'd still feel really fucking bad about it. I'd be like, oh my God, like, that's fucking terrible. And I'd be like, they have a wife, they have kids, they have siblings, they have parents, you know? I mean, I think he was only like 35, you know? And if it's just like, it's like, you know, he had a wife, he had 2 young daughters, and now his wife's a widow, and his daughters are going to spend the rest of their lives without their dad, like, coming to their first volleyball games or their first fucking dance recital or their first play. You know, he's going to miss them graduating. He's going to miss when they get married. And I heard that, like, his wife and his kids were there, so I'm just like, oh my God. I just feel terrible about it. And like I said, if that happened to someone on the left, I'd feel terrible about it too. I'd be like, oh my God, like, their kids. I'd be thinking the same thing about their kids and their wife. You know, it's just like, that sucks. You know? And obviously, you know, I like am one of those people, you know, where I'm a little more like comfortable with death, I guess. And not in a weird way. I'm just like, you know, people die, you know, it's part of the cycle of life, you know. You live, you do what you're meant to do, make your impact on the world, and then you die. It happens to everybody. But sometimes people go too soon, and I'm just like, it's unfair, I guess, you know? Because, you know, sometimes people die and I'm like, oh, that sucks, you know? Like, they were a good actor or whatever, but, you know, they just died of old age or whatever they died of. But just like when people die because of violence or like assassinations are also just like really rare. So the fact he got assassinated, I'm just like, holy shit, dude. It's just, it's kind of heartbreaking, I guess. And I think whatever side you're on, you should look at the situation and kind of like look at it, take it into account and be like, fuck, like his poor family. Like, you know, that's the point of America. Everyone can disagree on like politics, whatever. But at the end of the day, you gotta be able to like come to some sort of agreement. And I feel like this is one of those points where people gotta come to an agreement and be like, that was not okay. Like, that should not have happened. That was fucked up, you know? Even if you don't agree with somebody, that doesn't mean you shoot them because their opinions are different from yours. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know, it breaks my heart that his kids and his wife and, you know, even his siblings and his parents, like, he was young. His parents are probably only in like their late 50s, early 60s. You know, now they're gonna have to live like the next 30 years of their life without their son. And that's just like heartbreaking to me, and it just kind of breaks my heart a little for his daughters. And like, I've even seen people on the left who I used to watch him like argue with. There's a video of this one dude, he's like fucking crying. He's like, kids, like, that's not fucking okay. It's really hard, and, you know, definitely not okay. And I don't like the argument of people being like, oh, well, he said this, so isn't that ironic? Maybe he deserved it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And some people's argument is, oh, since this happened, the right's not focusing on the school shooting. I still know a school shooting happened. Yeah, I think the school shooting deserves to have some attention too. Obviously, that's fucking tragic too. Obviously, the shit with the girl on the train station is fucking tragic too. It all deserves attention. Lots of things in our world deserve attention, you know? But it's just tragic, and it's gonna take people some time to get over, probably, and as it should. It's crazy that happened, you know? When I seen it, like, my heart sank. I didn't believe it was true. Like, I remember the day of my bodybuilding show, there was this kid I knew. Well, actually, it was the day before, and I'm sitting in my hotel room. I just got my first coat of spray tan. I'm just sitting on my hotel bed, and I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I see that this kid I went to school with, and it says, I'm not going to say his name, obviously, due to that maybe would be messed up, obviously. I'm scrolling through my Facebook, and I see a Facebook post, and it's this kid I went to school with. He was a grade older than me. Fucking liked the shit out of him, liked the shit out of his brothers. All around a great family, you know? And none of his brothers were my grade. One brother's a grade beneath me, and the other brother's a freshman this year. Liked the shit out of them. All great kids. And it's talking about how he jumped from a wind turbine. And I just, like, my heart sunk. Because, like, when you see something about, like, someone young, like, you know, like, dying or whatever, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, no way. Like, that can't be real. It's like, it's hard to accept sometimes when someone dies, when it feels like they were gone too soon. And I seen this kid die, and I was like, holy fuck, no way. Like, he was such a nice kid. He was such a good kid, you know. This kid, guys, one of the smartest motherfuckers I knew. And he was in Meadow's grade, and Meadow was always telling me, she was like, well, she told me after, when I was talking to her about it, and she was like, I remember, like, teachers were always dicks to him because he was, like, smarter than teachers. Like, this kid was smart as a fucking whip. He was so stupid smart, it wasn't even funny. And, like, he was a little more socially awkward, you know? I'll say that. But super smart kid, you know? And he dropped out, and he was making, like, 6 figures working on wind turbines. He had all these cool little hobbies. Like, I remember he was super good at cycling. Super nice kid. His whole family's super nice. All smart as a fucking whip. And I was just, I couldn't believe that he killed himself, you know? It's just like sometimes when people have a tragic death, it's hard to believe they're gone, because you don't feel it's fair that their life ended at such a young age. It's just like the thought that they had so much left of their life to like enjoy and experience, and it was taken away from them. And obviously, you know, like, he made the decision himself, but, you know, like, he was by himself, you know, like, lived by himself, didn't really have any friends to talk to or anything like that. So how was he supposed to, he didn't have anyone to talk to about it, didn't have anyone to express his feelings to. And that's like the biggest reason behind most suicides, is they don't have anyone to express themselves to, talk to, you know, really like explain to people like, this is how I'm feeling, this is why I'm feeling that way. And yeah, I mean, it's just, it really fucking sucks. And when I seen he passed, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. And obviously I don't think suicide is something that deserves to be taken lightly. It's one of America's like biggest issues, and it really like sucks. And you know, it takes a toll on a lot of people. And that's why I think mental health really, really matters, you know? I mean, everyone's got their own opinions on it, but it's like, if you're struggling with something, tell somebody. Tell somebody you're struggling, you know? If you don't got, like, parents in your life really that are helpful, or friends, you know, talk to your school therapist. There's online therapy, like counselors. You can get them for free. Just figure it out. Watch some YouTube videos and try and find a way to like relieve whatever you're feeling, you know? You can get past it. Your life's gonna get better, guys. And that's the hard thing about suicide, is it's an impulsive decision. As soon as you make that impulsive decision, it's like, snap, done, you know? Like, death isn't something that's irreversible. You can't kill yourself and then be like, oh wait, never mind, I don't want to kill myself, you know? As soon as you make the decision to jump from that ledge, or, you know, blow your brains out, whatever, guys. I'm sorry to get a little graphic, but it's true. It's like, you can't reverse that decision, you know? And it sucks. And suicide's a terrible thing, you know? Every time you hear about someone killing themselves, you're like, fuck. Like, it's just like, if like somebody knew, they could have helped, you know? Somebody would have helped them, and they could have still been here with us, and they had so much left in their life. And it really sucks when people do that, but it's just America's got a real big problem right now, I feel. I mean, since the election, like, things have been shaky, but after today, I'm just like, holy fuck, dude. America's got a problem. Something needs fixed, and it's not something that can get fixed via trying to think of the term I want to use. It's not something that can get fixed just via somebody being like, do this and this. It's something that's got to get fixed via within the community. Like, everyone's got to come to terms with each other, be like, okay, I understand you got a different opinion, but I can respect your opinion. I can see why you think that. We can argue, but at the end of the day, we can still come to our differences and be friends. And that's what I think the biggest message is. But anyways, guys, I'll see you tomorrow for my rest day. I love you all. Prayers for Charlie Kirk, I guess. Prayers for the school shooting victims, and prayers for that girl on the train station. It's tragic. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Remember, if you're struggling with anyone, there's always someone you can talk to.